Hello guys, and welcome to a plan with me for the week of January 2nd through January 8th, aka my dad's birthday week. I'm going to be using the August 2022 mystery from SPC, which is like this coffee shop kit. My dad loves coffee, so I figured it was like a decent time to use this, seeing as I'm not a coffee gal at all. But I thought the kit was cute, so I wanted to keep it, obviously. It did come with a Macarons foil bundle situation, collab with Caress Press. Let me bring the things. I destashed the underlays because I wanted to bring, or put them away, I should say. And I wanted to bring in the Coffee 3 underlays from my shop. I do have an affiliate code with SPC. You can use Hannah10 to save 10% off. So then I have these pages from the Caress Press bundle. Here, the matte label sampler, and then I'm bringing in, I know this is navy, but I'm bringing in black bougie because I'm addicted. And then I did use one of my custom multis. This was the December font of the month, and I'm using silver as my core color. This year's planner is going to be my filming planner. I'll just give you a little peeky peek. Is the hot pink SPC edit. I've literally got a journaling card in here, and then this don't be a dick sticker. This is print impression, and then my inserts are also the SPC print impression inserts. I'm gonna grab a drink and then we are going to get on into it. Okay, we're gonna jump right in. This is my new filming setup and it's so like freeing not having tripod legs everywhere. Okay, glitter headers. We've got all of these full boxes. I'm just gonna put my full boxes. This is what I'm gonna put in the sidebar up at the top because this is an ultimate mystery. There's so many boxes. I'm not gonna bother with these. There's these two girls in the kit. I'll just use those ones. Definitely want to use that cake. So we need 10 boxes. There's 8. I'm not gonna use this because I'm using the tall box. 9, and then I guess I'll use that, so 10. That'll work out. Perfect. Let's get into the stories of the week. Monday, I had my hair. This week was actually really bad. Monday, I had a hair appointment at 8 o'clock in the morning, and my hair place is about 30 minutes away, so I needed to get up around 7 a.m., which to most people does not seem probably particularly early. But for somebody who has like works for themselves, has made their own schedule for over a year now, and doesn't go to bed till approximately 2, 3 in the morning, that's quite late. Usually on like a work day, like Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays and stuff, they're like my full work days. My goal is to finish work by midnight. So like, just because that's how I operate, and I get up usually around 10. 9:30, 10. So it was really early. I was exhausted. Drove there, had my hair appointment. I was reading The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, which 5 out of 5. That book was phenomenal. I'm also going to bring in the Day of the Week stickers. These are from my shop. This is in font choice 5, unfoiled. And it was phenomenal. I read about 80% of the book at my hair appointment, except for my freaking hairdresser lady. First off, I'm clearly reading, and like, whatever. I feel like I'm just not like a chatty person, but I understand that's not like everybody. But like, I have my book out, I'm reading, and she says to me, I know you're reading, but what'd you do for New Year's? And like, I just am not about it. And then she proceeded, because I get like a root smudge, so it's like a darker color. She dripped it all over my book, and I'm still mad about it, truly. But that book was literally so good. I ended up finishing it later that day. I'm going to use the date numbers in here. I don't really use hole reinforcers in this planner, but I'll probably pop them on literally just because they came in here, and otherwise they will be destashed. So why not just use them? But yeah, so I did that. I grabbed McDonald's on the way home. I was really annoyed, actually. I went to the post office not realizing that Monday was the observed holiday for New Year's, and carried all of my like things. The way our post office works is there's 2 entrances. I always go in this entrance, and you walk in and it's all the P.O. boxes, and then there's like the vestibule here, and then the door to like the regular, like where the desk is, and it's locked. I'm like, what the hell? That's so annoying. And they do have like a drive-through area where you can drop packages off and like mail and stuff, and like obviously I'm not mailing big packages, just like bubble mailer size stickers, you know. And there's a sign on it, no packages, letters only. So somebody must have tried to jam something gigantic in there, ruined it for everybody. So that whole situation was so irritating because I couldn't mail out my packages. But whatever, it was fine. I came home, I did some filming, I had to film some Plan With Me's and such. I also filmed some face-to-face videos since I just had my hair freshly done, you know, worked out. Chris and I needed to get some shelving units for a project I was working on that week in my office, and so we went to a couple different Targets. We went gallivanting around town, we went on a dinner date, and then we came home and we took down all of the Christmas decorations. We got it all done in less than an hour, so that was exciting. Tuesday, Chris brought everything to the post office because Monday night when I was laying in bed trying to sleep, I like couldn't get warm. I had on like 3 blankets, a sweater, socks, pants, whatever, and I ended up having a fever. And so Chris was going out that day to go get a new phone, so he dropped the mail off and picked me up a couple of you know, tests for the virus. So he got home. I had taken in the morning, I had taken medicine to break the fever, and then I slept and I woke up and the fever was back, took medicine, it broke, you know, the whole 9. Took the test and it was negative, and then I didn't get a fever again basically all day until like nighttime again. And then she came back, I took more medicine, I FaceTimed with my sister, watched Euphoria, and basically we alluded it to it being like really bad cedar allergies. I did look up if allergies can cause a fever, and it pretty much said no. And then I was like looking into cedar allergies specifically. It's like a Texas thing. And it did say that sometimes they can be so severe that they cause pretty bad inflammation, and then the inflammation can cause a fever. So that's what I think it was, because I never got a fever again, and I had started taking allergy medicine on Monday. So I do think that that's what it was, but trust me, it's not the end of my woes of being ill. Wednesday, I redid my entire office. It's in my it's in a week in the life video, but like I just rearranged everything, you know, dropped some furniture on my foot. It was a time. I also redid our, like, we just call it the nerd room. I've explained this before. I believe it's supposed to be like a formal dining room, but it's like literally nowhere near the kitchen. And like when we rented our house, it wasn't even in the listing photos. And then like on our checklist when we moved in, do you guys see the appeal? It's just so good. It just was referred to as the bonus room. I'm gonna just grab the one sticker that I wanted off the other sheet so that I don't forget it. Perfect. So, yeah. I redid that room. I made chicken noodle soup, FaceTimed with my sister. And then I got a hankering for the Chick-fil-A peppermint milkshake, and I had enough points for a free milkshake, so I went and got that. And then I just kind of relaxed and read. I was reading a book called Dorothy Must Die, which I have also since finished. I need to read about 2 books a week to reach my book reading goal, which I did. I finished 2 books this week. So exciting. Yeah. And so Thursday is where things went wrong, okay? Chris and I were working, watching Euphoria, doing the whole 9. And I had made myself a salad for dinner. I ate only about like 1/4 of the salad because it just like, you know, you ever eat something and it's just like not hitting like you expected it to. So whatever, but I think it was secretly my body like telling me danger, danger, stop. Because I ended up with food poisoning. And I think it was from the cucumbers because it's the only thing that Chris didn't also eat. So I ended up with the good old food poisoning. So I talked to my dad on the phone, I talked to my friend Kieran on the phone, and then I was like, I'm literally like unwell, I gotta go. And I just felt like shit. I was having terrible like stomach cramps, had the poopies real bad. It was just like a straight up a terrible, terrible time to be alive. Use this cutie pie girl. She's so cute. So that happened. It was late at night, and I know that Andrea had just had food poisoning on Christmas, and she said that she got the Pepto-Bismol pills, and they really helped. And like, I can't do liquid medicine. Like, we have Pepto, and like the thought of drinking it literally was making me gag. And I was like, I can't. I'm like, is anything open? Can you go to the store and like try to find me Pepto pills? So Chris went to Walmart, little sweet angel baby, and got them for me. Mind you, at this point, I had barely eaten in all week because I had been sick and just like not feeling great. So like on Monday, I had McDonald's and Tarka. I ate fine. And then Tuesday, I started to feel like shit. All I ate that day, I think, was a Lunchable. And then Wednesday, I had the Chick-fil-A milkshake and a bowl of chicken noodle soup. Then Thursday was when I ate like 1/4 of a salad and then got food poisoning. So like I had really not eaten. So then once I took the Pepto pills, you can take 2 pills, and I'm not kidding, they're like this big, they're huge. You can take them every 30 minutes if like it doesn't get better. So I took them, and then 30 minutes later I feel like I've heard like in birth videos, like when you have an epidural, like you can feel the contractions coming, but they don't hurt. That's kind of like the vibes I was getting with these pills. Like I could feel my stomach like starting to turn, but it didn't hurt. So I was like, I'm starving. And like, I hate bland food, so we don't really have anything bland in the house. Like I mean, I have some now, but I didn't even have a loaf of bread because I've been going through this journey where like I keep thinking like, oh, I should always have bread in the house. And then like I end up throwing away an unopened bag of moldy bread. So I sent Chris, well, Chris volunteered. I didn't send him. He's a sweet angel, and was like, I'll go get us something. He wanted Taco Bell, so I was like, just get me like a potato taco, because I figured potato, tortilla, that's pretty bland. And oh my god, it was so good. It felt like literally amazing just to eat something. Honestly, I was so hungry at that point. So yeah. Friday, I was feeling much better. I binge watched the new season of The Circle. I also talked to my friend Liz on the phone, which I didn't mark, and I'm actually quite sad that I didn't mark it because I don't talk to her very often. We were on the phone for like 2 hours, and it was fun. But I talked to my friend Liz on the phone as well. I did some laundry, and then this was what the day that Andre and I had rescheduled for after, you know, my food poisoning incident and my like allergy incident. So we went over there. We watched a bunch of like board game YouTube videos. We also watched this one meme video that was literally hilarious. Loved it. It was like making fun of like, so the guys had like a million different board game pieces out in front of them, all sorts of games. And they were like, okay, so you need wood to collect wood, and then get more wood, and the more wood you have, you win. And then like every time you look, there's like a bingo board, Monopoly money, like all these weird different game pieces. And it was just like so funny. We were giggling away. And I also showed it to Chris, and he thought it was funny. So there's that. And so we did that, and then we watched Girls Trip, which was so funny, except for, like, so Jada Pinkett Smith is in it, and she's, like, a shorty girl like me. She's actually 1 inch taller than me, which makes me feel even worse. But the whole movie, I'm like, is this what I look like when I'm with people? Because she's, like, very short. And I'm like, this is what I look like. I look this stupid at all times, being this short. And it was just like a really embarrassing discovery. I don't know if this is enough headers. I'm scared. This can't possibly be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I guess it is. Okay. I'm confused, but that's fine. So we're watching it, like, the whole time, every time Jada Pinkett Smith is on screen with, like, the other gals, I'm like, this is how I look? And Andrea's just like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm so embarrassed. And then I looked her up, and I was like, she is 1 inch taller than me. So I look even more dumb walking around. It's just a very embarrassing thing to be 4'11". I've decided. Hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Terrible time. So we did that, and then she actually called me before I came over because she wanted nothing bundt cakes, but, like, they close at, like, I don't know. They were gonna close before, like, I was there to order it, or, like, before we were on it. So she basically wanted to know what flavor I wanted. So I had said I either wanted lemon or carrot, and to surprise me, and she got me carrot, and it was yummy. Real good. Loved that. And Saturday was so annoying. So Friday night, I'm like, you know, feeling kind of cursed. We get in bed, and I'm like, okay, I'm so excited. I can't wait to have a really good, productive work day tomorrow. Chris is like, yep, it's going to be a good day. Because I was like, had like barely worked all week because I'd been so sick. And Chris is like, yeah, it's going to be a good day. Whatever. Wake up, having a good day, working. Next thing you know, the power just goes out. Power, don't have it. Doesn't exist. And I don't really have service in our house. Chris does now that he got a new phone. But, so I'm using Chris's phone to, like, track the power outage and all of this nonsense. Whatever. And it's just, like, not coming back. It ended up being out for over 2 hours. We left. I was like, well, like, whatever. Let's go to the store. I have Target gift cards still from Christmas. So we went to Target, and I ended up buying Everdell, which is, like, a board game. It's quite expensive, but I had, like, $50 left in gift cards. So I only had to spend, like, $25 of my own money. I haven't played it yet, but it looks so cute, and it's very highly rated. So we picked that game up, and there is a Nothing Bundt Cakes right next to Target, so we went there, got some cakes, we went and got some noodles for lunch. We were just, like, going all around town trying to kill time. I put that on absolutely diagonal. Okay, we're gonna grab the weekend banner off of here. No, we're not, because I just ripped it. So, not using her. No weekend banner. That's fine. That is fine. And then we came home and actually worked. Power finally came back on, but then after the power had gone out and the internet was just, like, acting fucking wonky, it was really annoying, especially because, like I said, I, like, barely have internet to begin with at home. So it was just, like, in a really irritating situation. I watched guys' grocery games while I worked, as well as had a YouTube binge. But yeah, that whole situation, 10 out of 10 on the irritating scale. Okay. I actually also am a really bad daughter and forgot to mark my dad's birthday on his birthday, but his birthday's on the 8th. It was on Sunday. Happy birthday to mi padre. But I noticed that, like, when I was pulling stickers, I was like, what the hell? Did I just, like, not? And apparently I just didn't. Okay, we're gonna use these, like, fancy little bean boys on the sidebar. And then we're gonna pop our headers throughout the rest of the spread. So Sunday, I woke up and I filmed my melting basket and worked and watched guys' grocery games. And this was our weekly game night with the Raverts. So we went over there, and Nick had really wanted Ike's for dinner, and I was just like being a good sport. I also made monkey bread, and it was flames. Everybody loved it. But he wanted Ike's for dinner, and I was like, whatever, that's fine. Like, I'll be a good sport about it, even though I don't really eat sandwiches. They have a grilled cheese on the kids' menus. Potentially the worst grilled cheese I've ever had in my entire life. But, you know, that's fine. I ate it anyway. The whole thing. It's called the Chester Cheeto, which I thought was kind of a funny name. But ate that. I got salt and vinegar chips because salt and vinegar chips are elite. They are the elite chip. And then we had our game night. So we played a plethora of games. The first game we played was Tiny Towns, which I might actually start making board game videos once I start like tracking our game progress and stuff. But we played Tiny Towns. Andrea had been playing it a lot. Her and Nick had played it a couple of times. Nick hates the game, and I think Chris kind of hated it too. And because you got to be like really like thinking 15 steps ahead, and so yeah. So we played that. The first game I literally dominated. I kicked absolute asshole. It was so fun, so good. Loved it. And then we played it a second time, and I literally lost, came in last place. I don't really remember who came in first, but the game was quite fun. I would play it again. I really enjoyed it. I feel like it also could be something that just Andrea and I play together, like on girls' night or whatever. When we're like just chit-chatting away, we could play it because it was really fun and we both liked it, and the boys don't so much. So we played a game called Parks, which is really, the artwork is absolutely stunning. And essentially you're like visiting different national parks, you go through different seasons. It's a whole thing. And I actually won that game, which was like really cool, really fun. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. I only have 4 more full box overlays. So I'm just gonna use some of these little deco bits actually to like just make my own little overlay situations. Pretty easy to do. I'm just gonna put some little coffee beans in the 4 corners. Bam, looks like it has an overlay. Bada bing, bada boom. So yeah. Game was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself a lot playing it. And then, oh my god, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I just sent Kirsten the recipe for chicken Reikis. Now I want to make it so bad. I'm so hungry for it, but I don't have time. It takes too long. But what was I gonna say? We played Scythe, which was the game Chris and I brought, which was like the, in the board game terms, the heaviest of the games. And we've made the decision that instead of having like, we usually do like a warm-up game, so instead of doing that, we're gonna have like a cool down game and do the tricky games first, because it was getting really late and we were getting pretty tired by the time we got to Scythe. But essentially it's a random draw, like which team you are, I guess, and like which boards you get. I was like the Nordic tribe or whatever. And you gotta complete all these things. I actually did really good when me and Chris played together, but I did terrible, absolutely terrible. And I think I genuinely like that game better with only 2 people because the board gets so cluttered with like 4. So I think I do enjoy that one better, just Chris and I, but it was fun nonetheless. Nick ended up winning. I came in last place. I think Chris came in second and Andrea came in third, potentially. Or, I don't know. I think it was around, like, kind of like that. Maybe Andrea came in second and Chris came in third. I don't really know, but we played that. And then it was like 1 o'clock in the morning by the time we finished. So it was like a super late night. And then we just came home and passed the heck out. And that was essentially everything for this week. I just gotta finish putting in the deco. My camera's about to cut me off, and if it does, I'm just gonna finish the deco off screen, and then I'll come back to you zoomed in, because there's no point in restarting it for like the 2 pieces of deco you'll miss. Okay guys, here we are with the day done. Looks really cute and pretty. Okay, I need to reconvene. I got things everywhere, guys. Okay. Find my little things sheets. I think this is back when they were on separate sheets. It sure is. Here they are. So, Monday. It's not my usual 5 things at the top. It's a weird one, guys. The first thing is that it was payday. Gotta mark the paydays. And then my hair appointment. Is there the thingies in here? There is. I'm going to grab this for my hair appointment. And then I did get McDonald's. And I read. So McDonald's and read. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So for payday, I do have a piggy bank here from SPC, as well as a payday script from that custom multi that I used in silver. For my hair appointment, I brought in a lot of this, like, from this color of the week that was like the silver gold mix. I thought it looked really good with this kit. To mark my hair appointment, I got this McDonald's bag from SPC with a McDonald's script from that custom multi. And then for reading, I've got the stack of books from SPC with a read in silver from that custom multi. Down at the bottom, I'm gonna mark filming. I use kind of like a weird kit in my other planner, so it's really throwing me off on like what boxes to use, because I usually just use all the same boxes, but like I was using an odd loop kit, and so I don't have most of those boxes. It was like this weird sized flag. Okay, I'm gonna use this to mark filming. And then Chris and I went gallivanting. Got Tarka and took down the decorations. Tarka. I didn't realize how much I actually like love the big little thing size until literally right now. That for taking down the decor, I believe, will work. So for filming, I've got a camera from SPC with a film script from my custom multi in silver. For gallivanting, I've got the Target bag from SPC, as well as gallivanting from my custom multi in silver. For Tarka, I've got the fork and like the place setting icon from my shop in silver, as well as a custom Tarka script. That was the November font of the month. Make sure you follow me on Instagram or join the Facebook group to stay in the loop about the font of the month. Then I have this munchkin with string lights to mark taking down the decor. It's like the only one of my Christmas stickers that remotely matched. Tuesday. The first thing is that the mail was dropped off. So I'm gonna mark that here. And then I just spent the majority of the day feeling like dog doo-doo. And I did a little bit of work. Very minor on the work front this day. Okay, so for the post office drop, I've got this bubble mailer from SPC with a PO drop from my custom multi. Oh, the silver on the navy looks so good. For feeling like shit, I have the stethoscope from SPC. I have like no stickers. And I feel like shit in font 4 unfoiled. For working, we've got the computer from SPC, as well as a work script from my custom multi in silver. And then I did want to mark that my COVID test was negative. So we'll do this. And I FaceTimed my sister, watched Euphoria, and had a YouTube binge. So for FaceTiming her, Euphoria, and YouTube Bingy Poo Poo Pants. Okay, so for negative, I've got the little mask icon from SPC. For FaceTime with my sister, I've got a phone from SPC, as well as the FaceTime Sissy from my custom multi. Sorry about that. For watching Euphoria, I've got a TV from the foil bundle from Caress Press, and a custom Euphoria unfoiled in font 6. And then for YouTube Binge, I've got the movie clapper in silver from my shop, and YT Binge from my custom multi in silver. On to this day, I redid my office, so we will grab a gray label for that. And then I redid the nerd room. I don't like how blue this like pattern is, so we're just gonna do that. And then I made chicken noodle soup. Barely fits, but it does. So for redoing my office, I got this gaming chair from Carly Plans. I thought that worked out because it looks like an office chair. For redoing the nerd room, I'm gonna try to move this back a little. I do have the Game Boy from SPC. And for making chicken noodle soup, I have the cutting board icon in silver from my shop. So, you know, I was cutting up them veggies. And then I did FaceTime my sister this evening. I got the Chick-fil-A milkshake because I had to have her. I relaxed and I read. Relaxing is such a foreign like thing for me. It like sounds weird to even say like, oh yeah, I relaxed. Like I'm like, who, me? Yeah, girl, apparently. Relax. And I'll just grab this like patterned label to mark reading. That works. Sure. So for FaceTiming my sister, I've got the phone from the Caress Press foil bundle and a custom FaceTime Sis in font 4 unfoiled. For Chick-fil-A, I've got the Chick-fil-A bag from SPC, as well as a Chick-fil-A script in font 5 in silver. For relaxing, I've got the slippers from SPC, as well as a relax from my custom multi. And then for reading, I've got the book icon from my shop in silver, as well as a read script from my custom multi. And that's the first half. The first thing we're gonna mark on Thursday is work, and then that I watched Euphoria, and that's literally everything that's going up top here. For working, I've got a printer from SPC with a work from my custom multi. And then for Euphoria, I've got a TV from the Prairie Planner and as a Euphoria script in font 6 unfoiled. Move down here. I did talk on the phone with my dad for a bit. He had texted me while I was working, and I was like, I can call you when I'm done. So that was that. And I also talked on the phone with Kieran and felt like shit. This is technically the gray, but I'm using it as the blue. I'm gonna put in the light gray there. I just wanted to see how much space I had. Not that much space, that's for sure. I guess we'll do a little thing like that. So for phone with my dad, I've got this phone icon from SPC, as well as a with dad from my custom multi. For talking on the phone with Kieran, I've got this scribbler with a with Kieran from my custom multi. And then for having like the stomach pains, I have this like period sticker from Once More With Love. I'm just cutting off where it says cramps and just putting in like her laying down, grabbing her stomach, because that was me, and another one of the I feel like shit scripts. Friday, the first thing I want to mark is filming. And this is where I ran out of silver film scripts, apparently. So there's that. I'm going to use this littler, smaller flag. And then I'm going to mark watching the circle. I have those weird size boxes, these ones. Grab one of these in like the darker gray. That is the darker gray. Might be. Guess I'll do this. This is technically the blue, dark blues pattern, but it just looks like the tan to me, so we'll do that. And then laundry, I'll grab this for the light gray. That works. So for filming, I do have a camera from SPC. For watching the circle, I've got the Netflix N from the foil bundle. Thought that worked out good. And for laundry, I've got the laundry machine from SPC as well as the laundry script from my custom multi. So then off to Andrea's. I'm going to use this to mark that we watched like a bunch of videos on board game videos. And then, oh my god, this just threw me off with the clear back. Oh my god, that scared me. I'm gonna use the movie marquee to mark the movie that we watched and then that we got. I had carrot cake. It was so yummy. We'll do this. Great, yeah, that works. So for watching the video, I'm gonna put the little playing card from SPC and I'm gonna move the with Andrea down so I can write videos. We watched a girls trip. Actually, I think I'm not gonna put anything on there. And then for the cake, I've got the little cupcake from SPC. Okay, on to Saturday. The first thing we're gonna mark is the bullshit with the power. I'm gonna use this flag because it was not like a good thing that happened, but like it was impactful on my day. So we'll do that. Then we'll use this to mark our gallivanting, and then we can use potentially this if it fits. If not, we'll find something else. Yeah, not gonna fit in a way that I like. Cool. I can use this dark gray. Nope, that is dark gray. Okay. Does this fit? Yeah, okay. We're just gonna use a label. All of that to literally just grab a label. So I have this, which is the little girl that's on my new freebie with SPC. That's like annoyed, rolling her eyes, with a fuck script from my shop in font 2. For shopping, I've got the shopping bag from SPC with a gallivanting custom from my shop in font 6 unfoiled. Chris and I got noodles, so I have the chopsticks from Carly Plans as well as a with Chris from my custom multi. And then to mark work, we've got this tan box here. And I watched Guys Grocery Games and had a YouTube binge. I need a light gray. Light gray for Guys Grocery Games, and then dark gray for my YouTube binge. I'm so hungry. So for working, we've got the silhouette from SPC as well as a work from my custom multi. Then for Guys Grocery Games, I've got the shopping cart from the Crest Press bundle and a custom GGG in the January font of the month. And then for YouTube binge, I've got the movie clapper from my shop in silver as well as YT binge from my custom multi. First things first is that I filmed my melting basket. Then the next things next is that I worked. And then we'll mark Guy's Grocery Games. We'll use her. Perfect. Perfect. So, for filming, we've got the wax shot cup from SPC. For filming and for working, we've got the computer from SPC with the work for my custom multi. And then for Guys Grocery Games, I've got another grocery icon. Oh, there was 2 groceries. It's kind of odd. And a GGG custom. Then I'm going to mark that we got Ike's. Had game night, which I'm obviously going to use this beauty because game night is literally, I'm like so excited for this week's, and it's only Wednesday and we're not doing it till Saturday, so I still got a couple of days to go, but can't stop thinking about it. And then I'm just gonna mark that it was a late night. Do we think this fits? Yeah, for sure. Okay, so for Ike's, I've got this grilled cheese sticker. I don't know where that's from. It's on like plain matte paper. No idea. And then game night, we've got the board game from SPC and a custom game night in the January font of the month. And then for late night, I've got this Scribble Moon from Carly Plans and a late night script from my shop in font 5 unfoiled. I'm gonna go through, fill in everything that needs to be filled in, and then I will show you the finished spread. Our whole spread in here, and there she is, guys. That is the finished spread, the first spread in this planner. I think it is quite cute. Oh, I forgot to fill one thing in, or 2 things. I suck. The SRCLE and then videos. There we go. Let's show everything going into my D-stash bin. We have the rest of that sampler, some deco, and 1 header. Most of the scripts and icons. Some washi in a full box, 2 bougie, 2 underlay. I feel like all of these things are quite useful, so that'll go in there. I literally only used 2 stickers off of this entire sheet. The rest of that, which I use a lot of that sheet and a lot of this sheet. I used about half of that. I only used 3 stickers off of there. That and that. But that is it, guys. If you liked this video, then give it a thumbs up. If you did not, then, well, give it a thumbs down. Either way, you're helping out my channel. Comment down below, subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.